So as you can see from the title, today we're going to do a different type of video. I decided this would be a bit of fun to do, and I do also like spicy food, so there's a new curry in town, or at least where I'm from in England, and this place called Iceland has got a new curry called Carolina Reaper Curry. Now, Iceland is not the country. In the UK, Iceland is a supermarket chain type of thing. They sell food basically, and this is what they released as apparently 5 chili rating, if it focuses or if you can see that. The 5 chili rating on the bottom. This is apparently meant to be hotter than the ones that Morrison's released, so Morrison's being another supermarket. I have tried the volcanic vindaloo from Morrison's, but I never did a video on that. And there's a new one that Morrison's recently released, which is a fowl, which I've not yet tried. So I thought I'd try this Iceland one on camera, and I just sort of want to see what it's like, I guess. So without further ado, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and cook this as well as some rice. It's not pilau rice, I just prefer special fried rice. So I'm going to go ahead and cook the curry and the rice, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I'm back and I've just made this curry. I'll show it to you in a second. I just wanted to mention that, like, obviously with spicy food you have a Scoville unit which actually tells you how hot something is. This is made with the Carolina Reaper, as I said in the packaging. It's not actually made with the chili. I don't think it's made with like extracts or the powder or something like that, but the actual chili itself, which it's made from, is, I think it was 1.5 million to 2.2 million Scoville units. Put that into perspective for some of you who might not know what that is, then your average jalapeno, for instance, is about 2,500 to 5,000 Scoville units. So this is like hundreds, if not thousands of times hotter than your jalapeno. Actually no, it's a lot more than that, but still, you get what I'm saying. The jalapeno is, you know, hot for some people. Well, this is meant to be a lot hotter. I also do like hot food as well. I'm not doing this because like I just don't like hot food. Like, I actually have a pretty good like standard when it comes to spicy food. I do eat spicy food like fairly often, I'd say, and curries especially. I love curries, so this might not even faze me. Well, obviously I'm going to feel it, but it might not faze me that much. But just in case, I do have my glass of milk and also a bottle of water. Now, I've only got one of each because we've only got that much milk in the house, and also water. I just don't have anything else to put water in, so that should be fine for me anyway. So I'm going to show you. This is very watery, so I'm going to be very careful. And this is burning my hand right now. So that is the curry. I don't know, that's quite zoomed in to be fair, but that is the curry. You can see it just about, and there's a huge chili just along there. I don't know how to move this. Yeah, just along there, massive chili. I would say that's probably about 5 inches. So that's a little bit scary, and I'm gonna put it back to the normal camera angle. Okay, so without further ado, I think I'm gonna take my first bite of this curry and see what it's like. So I'm just gonna go for a bit of chicken and just go for it, I guess. So far it hasn't really kicked in. There's a nice spice. It is a little bit something like underlining right now. It's a nice spice. It is slowly kicking in with the back of the sort of tongue area. Is that where your tonsils are or something? I don't know. It's sort of kicking in a little bit, but it's not too bad at the moment. Tell you what, because it is really watery, it's spilling over on like the side of the plate. And that almost just spilled some. And as I'm talking, I can feel it starting to kick in a little bit more now. So I'm gonna have a couple more bites for it to really, hopefully, kick in a bit. Okay, that's kicked in. Yeah, this is pretty spicy. I would say it's pretty spicy. Jeez, they have some of this rice as well. So like I said, I know special fried rice doesn't go with this, go with curry at all, really. You talk about like a Chinese rice and an Indian curry, but pilau rice just isn't that nice in my opinion. Whenever I try it, it's not been the best. I might need to have a drink of water in a second. Jesus. We'll start off with the water. We'll go slowly. You don't want to go all the way with the milk, especially as that's my only glass. That's refreshing. Water for me is like the best drink in the world. I don't know why, it's just something that I really love. That's starting to kick in quite a lot. Cheese, there's a bit more rice, I reckon. I don't know if I'd say it's hotter than the Morrison's one though. Volcanic Vindaloo. Because I tried that one off a camera and it didn't seem to be... This doesn't seem to be as hot as that one, I don't think. But it's still kicking in. I'm gonna turn this ice up a bit. Alright, that's apparently as high as it goes. Probably a lot brighter once it's not on a little screen. Right, I'm okay. It's just... when it gets the side of your tongue, it really does, yeah, it's weird. So far I've not really had that much. I've had mostly the chicken. I know this is very weird, but if I tilt it any more, it will spill because it's that watery. So I know you probably can't see it that well, but I've had a little bit, like mostly the chicken and not the actual sauce. And that's the chili as well. That's a big chili. Although sometimes the smaller chilies are hotter. I have noticed that before. So I was watching some videos before I made this one, just to get an idea of like, you know, spicy curries and stuff. And I watch this stuff sometimes as well. And I know that when it gets to like this sort of chili, when chefs prepare them, I don't know about this particular curry, but I know Carolina Reaper, when you're making like the proper curries, the chefs make like the curries with a gas mask on, so they don't breathe it in and burn their like nasal passages or anything. So they literally wear a gas mask. So they don't burn themselves basically. Oh, this is hot. If you have a cold or something, this would be really good for just destroying that cold. I'm gonna have a bit more water, I reckon. Milk does something. Milk does something where it's just, it feels like for that second it just extinguishes all pain. But I don't want to waste all that milk. My saliva in my mouth at this moment is like, it's that spicy that it's starting to get really thick, so it's getting harder to talk. Okay, so I think I'm ready to take another bite. Let's go. Bit of rice mixed with the curry. I don't know, it's starting to sort of like tingle my ears a little bit, like my eardrums. Just behind the ear, starting to just sort of tingle a little bit. I'm not hallucinating though, so that's a good sign. The worst part about this is that I have a second one in the freezer. So at some point when I recover from this, I'm gonna then go ahead and eat another one, just out of enjoyment, and then realise as soon as I'm eating it, that is a bad idea. Saying that, I think I've sort of gone past that point where it's like, I've gotten used to it now basically. I just breathed wrong. Oh, that went down my throat wrong. Oh, that went down the throat really bad. I don't know what it is, but like when you eat spicy food, sometimes if you open your mouth and like breathe in, it will literally send the spice like down the esophagus into the throat area, and it's not good. It burns. Ooh. I need to eat that chili at some point as well. I'm not going to eat the whole lot, purely because I don't find chili that enjoyable, like just eating a raw chili like that. But I'll take one bite, just to see what it's like. Whew. Oh, there's my eardrums again. Whew. Oh my god. This is really putting me to the test right now. This is spicy. Really is. Oh man, I don't want to eat that chili now. I just took a couple seconds out just to breathe. I don't want to eat that chili, I really don't. I'm looking at it, it's staring me right in the eyes. Ah, Jesus. There's not even that much food left. I've currently got, you can't see again, that much. Why did I go for this one? Oh, I have no idea. I've never eaten a Carolina Reaper before, let alone chili this size. Alright, that was a big mouthful. I'm only going to do, oh, I can already taste the spice in that. I'm only going to do a little bit. Doesn't even taste nice. That's not even spicy. No. I mean, maybe I should take a bigger bite, but like the chili itself just isn't spicy. But because it genuinely just doesn't taste nice, so I'm not going to eat anymore. I'll carry on with the curry though. I might have to sell my other one. I don't want it. If it's going to be like this. Right. One sec. I'm done with that curry now. I've actually eaten the majority of it. That's all that's left, just a little bit of rice and sauce. Alright, I think I'm okay now to actually talk about this curry, now that I finished it. Alright, that was pretty spicy. Like I said, I do like spicy food. Obviously not quite that spicy. It was more painful than it was enjoyable, I guess. There was pain that went from my tongue. So on my tongue it went from the front to the back, roughly there. It's still there actually. It went down my esophagus a little bit to about there. So all the way up there was burning. It's okay now. My lips are tingling. My ears, it's a weird sensation. Like it feels like your eardrums are ringing or your eardrums are tingling as well. It's so weird. It's like the feeling you get on your lips but on your eardrums or the inner ear. So it's like as soon as you start talking, when you think it's okay, and as soon as air hits the area of where it's been affected, it then reheats it again. Like the heat just comes back to the area, and that's why I'm finding it difficult now to talk. Overall though, the cool down time isn't too bad. So it took a second or two for it to actually kick in, and by a second or two I actually mean like about 10 seconds. As you can see in the beginning when I started to eat it, it took about 10 seconds or so, I'd say, for it to kick in. And then so I went up 3 times to the toilet to like blow my nose and just to have a drink and everything, just to cool it down. Each one of those times took roughly about 2 minutes. So the cool down time is 2 minutes roughly, well at least for me anyway. It might be longer for other people. But in saying that, there is still heat there, but it's a lot more bearable now. What else can you say about curry, really? Like, it's super spicy. That's all I've got to say about it, really. I'm gonna put this water down. It's super spicy, and I wouldn't recommend this to anyone who don't like spice, or anyone who isn't used to spicy food, because I think that's really gonna be a challenge for you. For those of you who have eaten spicy food before, you'll understand in about 8 hours it's really gonna be painful for me, and it's gonna come back just as hard as it's hit me now. But I guess that's the price you pay when you eat spicy food. It didn't make me cry or tear or anything. I've not really ever had a curry that's made me tear. I think it's made my face a bit red though, because obviously it's really hot. I'm not really sweating at all, although it is also quite warm in my room, so if I was sweating, then that would also probably be why. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this curry. I just spilled some on my duvet, so I'm now gonna have to wash that because spice is just gonna stay there. And if I touch it with any part of my body, it'll probably make that really spicy. And also there's, you know, certain parts of the human body which are a bit more sensitive than the mouth. So I've got to wash my hands just in case I've got any on there before I decide to go to the toilet. But I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, then leave a like rating. This isn't my normal content. If you're new around here, I normally do Call of Duty Zombies or like gaming in general, so it's completely different. So if you clicked on this video because of this particular challenge, then you might not like the rest of my videos or whatever, but like, I just thought this would be fun to do, I guess, put it on video and then onto the channel because it would be funny to look at my reaction. I'm gonna end the video there, so thank you for watching, and peace out.